Hey everybody, it's Chris from MMORPG.com, and today we are looking at the MaonoCaster. And we're doing something a little bit different today by adding this video piece in here, but this is a device that you really need to see to be able to wrap your head around. And if you're finding us on YouTube, thank you for tuning in. We review tech virtually every day over at MMORPG.com, as well as all of your online gaming and RPG news and features. So come over, visit us, check us out. But for today, we are looking at the MaonoCaster, which I will hold it up so you can see here. Oops. I turned on the reverb effect, so we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. But this is the MaonoCaster, and it is a podcasting console that is also a great choice for streamers. So as you can tell, we have some mixing capability over here for 2 microphone or 1/4-inch inputs, and the second microphone actually will take a 3.5 millimeters, so you could have somebody that's on a headset input into there. You can actually monitor each one of those. So on the bottom we have monitor 1 and monitor 2, which is cool, and this does provide 48 volts of phantom power, so it's a great fit for condenser mics. The actual output here is going to be a little bit light for something like the Shure SM7B or the Rode Procaster, which was a touch quiet. It was not bad. You just have to get a little closer to it. But it also offers a lot of other things as well. So in the middle, we can see we have a monitor, a pitch shifter, and an effects knob. We have phone and auxiliary inputs, so you can add second audio sources or take calls on your show. And it will actually output to speakers or a headphone as well, thinking on the inputs and outputs there. Over on this side, we have a sound pad. Now, this sound pad actually comes with 4 preloaded effects and a bleep button. So if you care to curse or get a little silly, you can use that, and you can load 3 of your own custom soundboard effects in there as well. We have a voice changer, a reverb mode, which you heard before, and an auto-tune function if you'd like to use this for music. So it's really pretty cool. Now you're actually listening to me on a Maono microphone. I'm wearing Maono headphones because this was sent to me as part of the solo bundle, which includes everything you need to get started with this. And an important note I forgot to add is this is actually battery powered. So it has a 5,000 milliamp hour battery in there that's going to allow you to take this on the go. Now, it is not a recorder, however, so you are going to have something else that's battery powered to be able to use that functionality, like a laptop, something like that. So I would have loved to have seen a recording capability built in there. Maybe that'll come on a future Pro model. We'll see. There was a note in there that said that was something that's in the works to add some additional features. But as a package to compete directly with the Go XLR, it is very good. Now, I don't have a price on the solo bundle currently. However, this unit, the actual MaonoCaster itself, is going to go for $179. Now, the functionality that it offers for that price is very, very competitive, which has been the story for Maono in the past. I reviewed some of their microphones, and the quality for the cost was very good. So when I saw this, I really wanted to check it out. So let's actually get into this a little bit. I have my phone currently running into it. It's the Spotify playlist that's going on. And as you can tell, it's very easy. You just turn the knob up, and that just comes right through. Okay. Now, I don't want that to be too loud, but let's say you're doing a podcast and you want to take a call. Very easy way to do that. You can also run another source in there through the auxiliary input. If I wanted to, I could run 2 different microphones into this unit with 48 volts of phantom power. We could both be talking at the same time. And because we have 2 different monitor jacks, we could both be hearing the exact same thing at the exact same time, which is important because if we wanted to go and do something like a sound effect, we want them to be able to hear that, to experience the show that our listeners are going to be able to experience, or our stream viewers are going to be able to experience. So let's listen to the built-in effects. You can't change these first 4. So this is what it comes preloaded with. Okay, your rim shot. Happy children. Clapping. And the ominous point coming up on MMORPG.com. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. You do have a curse button, so if you wanted to, it would cut it right out. And I loaded in just 3 effects using their Windows app, which was very easy and intuitive. You just import the MP3s, right-click and select to copy them to the pad. So here's one.
0 Dragons!
Here's another. And I just grabbed these off of YouTube also. So, I mean, you could just get whatever you wanted and put it in there, you know, songs, whatever, and very easy. The transfer speed was a little bit slow, but I mean, you're talking 15 seconds, so it's really not that big of a deal. We have a monitor button so we can adjust what we're hearing. We have a mix so we can adjust the balance of those sound effects. If you want them to be louder or quieter, you just turn this big Maono mix knob that's on there. Let's try the vocal changer here. So this is female.
Okay, this is the female.
Male.
Baby.
And robot.
And you click it again to turn that back off. We also have a music only button, a sidechain button for loading things in there. And then we have a reverb section here. We're just going to kind of feature overview, as you can tell. So right now we're on the studio reverb. We'll turn the music down just a little bit. See how easy that was? So studio reverb, we're now going to go to KTV, church, hall, that nice echoey effect there, valley. So if you're in the hills of Lothlorien talking to the armies or whatever, I'm not a huge Lotro guy. So let's go to room reverb. So this is a little bit closer in. And back to studio, which generally you're probably going to want to use for your podcast or stream anyways, because this is more of your radio sound. We have the pitch knob here. Let's do that. So in a pinch, you can change your pitch. So if you wanted to be dramatic and say,
next time on the MMORPG stream,
we're getting crazy!
You could do something like that very easily. There's an ad running on Spotify, so I'm just going to turn that down for a sec. And then, of course, we have the auto-tune functionality up top. So that's going to add a little bit of reverb. There we go. And there's that little cutout that's in there. So right now, it's auto-tuning me for the key of A. And right on the screen here, it will highlight what key you're in. You have everything from A all the way up to F. And if you are wanting to sing and make sure you're, look how it does that to my voice. If you're wanting to sing, it will get you right where you need to be to make sure you're in tune. You will hear some of these electronic effects as it's jumping you up and down. And to turn that off, you just go back to the reverb mode. So it's really very cool. The last thing that I want to share with you guys is on the back there's a switch that's a denoiser, which is really a noise gate, and it turns out to be fairly useful. Have a listen. This is with it on. Have a listen to it with it off. So right away it picks up on some extra white noise. I'm also picking up on a high-frequency sound. I'm not sure if that's part of the unit. It is probably because of interference with my computer right now, because I have a lot of things running into that. But if we flick that denoiser back on, it gets rid of that right away. Now, you will pick up on it again when you start to talk, because that noise gate lifts back up again. But if you're looking for a assist on the noise level in your environment, that noise gate, that denoiser, is going to be very useful. Taken as a whole package, though, I think this is very good. You can compare it directly to the Go XLR. You're getting most of the features here for far less money, but it is missing one of Go XLR's key bits of functionality, which is the audio routing, the equalizer, and the compressor. So the equalizer will allow you to kind of tailor your voice a little bit. The compressor is going to make sure that you're not going to peak, which you really could on this. If you got loud, it's going to distort your signal, so you want to keep that in mind. But the more important thing, I think, is the audio routing functionality, so you can run different audio sources and adjust their volumes independently. And it creates all kinds of different virtual audio sources on your computer as well to give you a really high degree of control. This does not do that. This is really more of a mixer soundboard, so it's going to get you most of the way there. But if you rely on that advanced audio routing, you are still going to want to pay extra for the Go XLR. Overall, though, I'm very impressed with this, as if we take that unit on its own, it's a great value for $179. There's no way around that. It's a really good unit. It's hard to find much to knock about this. It's solidly built. It is mainly made of plastic. Maybe in a future model we could see some extra metal or an aluminum chassis or anything. But it's worth bearing in mind that this is intended to be kind of the prosumer entry-level unit from this, and that Pro unit that comes out may have some of those more advanced build quality with the aluminum, more advanced build quality. That's a weird way to say that, I'm sorry. But it might have that aluminum chassis on there. Generally, though, I think it's just a great deal. I mean, it sounds great. It gives you a good degree of control. And some of those missing features that you would get from GoXLR software, you can get through third-party software anyways, honestly. Like Voice Meter Banana will give you some of that control. Taken with the Solo bundle, I think it's a pretty good package here. Again, I'm not sure off the top of my head how much that's going to retail for extra. But in the past, like using Maono microphones, they're roughly, what, $30, somewhere in that neighborhood, to get a full package. And this one really does too. So you get the microphone, you get a nice desk stand. And what I love about this desk stand is it lets you adjust the height on it. That's a very useful feature. So most stands you're going to get are going to be too low. They're going to leave you hunching. This you're able to get actually positioned in front of your mouth, which is great. Nice heavy metal bass on it. The microphone itself has good body. It sounds natural. I really, really like that. The only thing that I really don't like about this package is the shock mount, which is just entirely plastic, including this part here. And it really has to be cranked down or else it will start to sag a little bit. But it does the job fairly well. Like, I can tap the bass right now, and it's isolating that from the microphone itself. So not bad at all. And of course, you have the headphones, which these, they're a bit bassy. So they're not like reference headphones, but they absolutely get the job done. They're pretty comfy. They trap heat a little bit. But I mean, if you're looking for a package that's going to give you everything you need to get started, this is it right here. And because it also connects to your PC through USB-C, it's an audio interface as well. So it's going to route all of your computer audio through here. And here's another point that you might be able to do if you're looking for more advanced routing. Like, let's say you don't want to use your phone. Okay, you can run the headphone jack from your computer, and I'm pointing here because that's where my computer is. You can run a line from the headphone jack into the MaonoCaster, and then you can just use your PC to be able to do that as well. So overall, very good, very useful.
A solid buy,
in my opinion. Thank you guys very much for watching this, and we will see you next time. See you, everybody.